In journalism, where I come from, sometimes you have these really long stories and they seem really long. And sometimes you have these really long stories and you say it reads short. And I felt that today, for me, read short. So there was a lot of really great content and great learning to pull away from it. Now, I was going to speak about a group of takeaways, but Val Walker, if she's still out there somewhere, there you are, hi, sort of beat me to it. And I see a lot of people on Twitter have sort of put their 5 takeaways, and they've taken a photograph of their page, or maybe they've written them down. But I would suggest that that's not a bad idea to do. So what I'm going to encourage you to do is go on Twitter at hashtag BNW2019 and write 5 takeaways and 1 fashion statement, okay? 5 takeaways, 1 fashion statement. At least one person in the room who made a fashion statement got it. Good. And I'm just going to, I'll just say a very few things that I, felt I heard today. One was that the platform is not burning, at least not in a 5-alarm fashion, but combustion could happen anytime, suddenly, unexpectedly, and the propellants may be political rather than economic. I'd say that I heard that we should be very careful not to perpetuate the inequalities and the lack of inclusiveness that has existed in the economy that we have today, and see those perpetuated into the economy tomorrow. And I think the figure of 78% of people who are working on AI are men, and only 22% are women, is a figure that should give us pause about actually aggravating a situation when we should be correcting it. I'd say that I think I heard in some ways that we don't have to apologize anymore if you say industrial policy. You don't have to say, I know, I think industrial policy is safe to talk about. I think I heard that we should think about unbundling some of the credentialed packages of courses and make them more flexible for the kind of world we're in. I certainly heard that it's very good to have a post-secondary education institution in your community. If you don't have one, get one. I think they help with adjustment tremendously. And in fact, there's a lot of writing about this I've seen in the United States and Europe and other places recently, and it's a subject that I know one of our fellows wants to delve into as well. I think that we learned that knowledge is can be picked up within the organization, and tapping into it and learning from doing. I wondered as I heard things, why did we get rid of the sector councils? It sounded like I heard them being reinvented several times today, so I wonder about that. And these glasses don't work for reading at all. People also don't want to be simply, I heard, consumers of cheap electronics. They want to be part of being productive members of society, and they see work as part of being productive. And finally, I think the last thing I would take away was that humans are in charge. We get to make decisions about the machines until you cross that threshold in 2001 Space Odyssey, the threshold we all know. But for now, we are in charge, and we need to make sure that that the economy, policy, technology work for the benefit of human beings. So those are a few things. I have like 20 others, so that's what makes it a very rich day from my point of view. I want to thank our partners of this inaugural conference of Brave New Work. This is not something that I think we've finished with today. I think part of our purpose was to have you get to know each other and have us to become more literate, more fluid in what the issues are. And I'll come back to that in 1 second as I wrap up. But I want to thank our partners. I want to thank the TD Bank Group. I want to thank Business Council of Canada, the Canadian Bankers Association, Deloitte, GM Canada, Cogeco, ISET, ESDC, Metcalf Foundation, Unifor, and Hill and Knowlton for helping us dig into this very important subject matter, as we will be over the next several years. We're open to new partnerships, additional partnerships. There's room for more people at the table, and we're looking for people who really have some questions, hard questions that they want to ask and answer with us. So just think, what do you want and need to know? And what do you think we need to be asking? And those are the partners that we're particularly interested in engaging with. Boom, 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 boom. I want to say that, we already have a bunch of relationships, and that's good. And some of those relationships are also with, we have a relationship with the Banff Forum, where we've gone across the country, our team, and talked to young people about their expectations and anxieties. We have a partner. We're doing a kind of sister series of studies called Skills Next in partnership with the Diversity Initiative, Ryerson University, with Ryerson, with Future Skills Canada and its network. So we appreciate those relationships. I'm told to tell you that you should mark in your calendar. Please mark in your calendar. Our Growth Summit and our testimonial dinner will be on April 1st, 2020 here in Toronto, and we'd love to have you. And register now, don't wait. There's the early bird rate, so don't wait. And our Western dinner, which will be in Calgary on November 13th, we will be discussing, we will be having a Brave New Work discussion around that Western dinner as well. So we hope those of you who either are in the western part of the country or would like to be in the western part of the country on November 13th will join us. Last and most, I'd like to just thank you, and I'd like to thank the PPF team who've worked very, very hard to get today going. I particularly just want to, if you'll wave your hand, Katie Feenan, who is here, I don't know if it's against doctor's orders or with doctor's orders, but with a child to be named later. And we appreciate all the extraordinary effort that you and Bev and other members of the team have put into it from our events, policy, comms, partnership group. So thank you very much. And thank you all, and we hope we'll see you and be involved with you as we go down this road further together. Thank you.